Children, today we will read the poem The Ant and the Cricket. This poem is based on a story called a fable, in which animals are the characters, and a fable conveys a moral. This poem about an ant and a cricket contains an idea of far-reaching significance, which is as true of a four-legged cricket as of a two-legged one. Surely you have seen a cricket that has two legs? Let us read the poem. A silly young cricket, accustomed to sing through the warm, sunny months of gay summer and spring, began to complain when he found that at home his cupboard was empty and winter was come. Not a crumb to be found on the snow-covered ground, not a flower could he see, not a leaf on a tree. Oh, what will become, says the cricket, of me? At last, by starvation and famine made bold, all dripping with wet and all trembling with cold, away he set off to a miserly ant, to see if to keep him alive he would grant him shelter from rain and a mouthful of grain. He wished only to borrow, he'd repay it tomorrow. If not, he must die of starvation and sorrow. Says the ant to the cricket, I'm your servant and friend, but we ants never borrow, we ants never lend. But tell me, dear cricket, did you lay nothing by when the weather was warm? Quoth the cricket, not I. My heart was so light that I sang day and night, for all nature looked gay. You sang, sir, you say? Go then, says the ant, and dance the winter away. Thus ending, he hastily lifted the wicket, and out of the door turned the poor little cricket. Folks call this a fable. I'll warrant it true. Some crickets have four legs, and some have two. So children, did you enjoy this poem? I really enjoyed it. There are some words in this poem which you may like to understand. There is one word, accustomed to sing. It means that used to singing, in the habit of singing. Then there is a word, famine. Famine is a scarcity of food, having nothing to eat. Then lay nothing by. Did you lay nothing by? The ant asked the cricket, lay nothing by. It means save nothing. And then quoth the cricket. Quoth means says or said the cricket. It's an old English way of saying said. So children, it's a beautiful poem. And what is the moral of this poem? The moral of this poem is that ants are very hardworking. They toil day and night, and they collect the food which they would not get in the winter months. So they plan and they work very hard. Whereas the cricket, he is a silly cricket. A cricket is like a grasshopper. It's a type of a grasshopper. And the cricket was so silly. It kept on dancing and singing, but it did not collect the food for the winter. So he did not plan ahead. And what happens, children, if you don't plan? If you don't plan, you fail. If you don't study in time, then you will not be prepared for your exams. So it is very important to do things at the right time. You must never waste time. And this is the lesson or the moral of this fable and this poem. Now the last two lines, in the last two lines, the poet says, folks call this a fable. I'll warrant it true. Some crickets have four legs and some have two. Here he is also giving us an idea that crickets don't have two legs. It's the human beings who have two legs. So he says this is not just a story, it's a true thing. Why? Because some people also behave like this. They don't plan when they have time and then they fail, or just like the cricket, they have nothing to eat, they starve and they die. So that is so beautifully explained in this poem. And do you know why a poem is called a poem, children? A poem is called a poem because a poem has rhyming words. What are rhyming words? Rhyming words are which sound alike. Let's see. Sing spring. It sounds alike. Home come. Found ground. See tree me. Bold cold ant grant rain grain borrow tomorrow sorrow. Friend lend buy I light night gay say away. Wicket cricket true too. So you see, a poem has a music in it. It has musicality and it has rhyming words. That is why it is very easy to memorize a poem. You must try and memorize this poem so that it becomes yours and you can recite it whenever you want to. I hope you enjoyed this poem, children.